Good evening, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon. Welcome. My name is Jordie James, and I've got you for the next 15 minutes. Thank you so much for joining me today. I would firstly like to wish you all, which I didn't do last week, and I feel like I wanted to go, happy Samhain and Halloween for the weekend. I hope everyone had a beautiful Witches' Night and a beautiful night to connect with your loved ones on the other side, because as you know, the veil thins. Over here in the Southern Hemisphere, we're Beltane, and it's the longer night, like longer days, and we enjoy the spring, and it's the veil of opening to the living. So we do a lot of work pushing forward with things that we always love to do. Now, it's really interesting because the two cards that I chose, well, actually Spirit chose, I didn't choose them because I never have a say in this work. I never have control. So the cards I'm using this week are the Elemental Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. These are absolutely stunning. They work with all the elements, including north, south, east, west, air, all that sort of different elements that we have. So the two cards are very sort of cohesive, which is great, which was Motion, which is air, which has these beautiful horses coming in, which is also a 22, which is a master number. If anyone knows about master numbers, they really give us a sense of knowing that we are on the right path and your questions are being answered and all those different things. But 22 is like balance. And then you've got movement, which is speed. And it's quite interesting how they're both in a sort of phrase of what's moving forward. Now, over in the Northern Hemisphere, I know you guys are slowing down. You're coming into you're definitely in autumn, going into winter. And it's really important for you guys to, between now and probably the end of November, really get things into motion, ready for your winter, and getting yourselves set up ready to not hibernate as such, but just be able to work with the elements of winter and reset, rebuild, regrow, all those different things it's sort of like going within and doing a bit of work on yourselves. But also in the Southern Hemisphere, we're in the spring, so we're getting things ready for summer to enjoy the fruits, enjoy planting. And it's really funny because we went out gardening yesterday and I did a little bit of gardening with my hubby, and more weeding than gardening really. But it was really important to get that movement focused. And I've noticed even myself energetically that I'm not moving as much as what I should be. So with these two cards coming up, it makes us realize that we also can't stay stagnant for a period of time, because what happens is if we stay stagnant in our energy, then we're not able to even get past that hurdle of starting to move forward or having the momentum to move forward or the motivation to move forward. I know I'm a little bit clumsy and a little bit iffy with my motivation at the moment, but that's okay. But I know within myself energetically I'm very stagnant. So motion and movement, air and speed, also making sure that you don't get stuck on your thoughts either, that you allow the thoughts to keep flowing and not allow yourself to step out of a space of, once you get that movement, like that motivation, keep going with it. Don't fall back into the stagnanticity of energy. But it's really important right now to finish off what you need to finish off in the Northern Hemisphere, ready for the winter. And for spring, we're getting spring in the step. And I love this card because it looks like she's got a spring in the step and she's like speeding towards new stuff. So it's really, for these beautiful cards, it's about now taking the reins and stepping up for the next week, stepping up and just taking those steps and making sure that you keep moving. And I'm about to sneeze, so I'll try not to sneeze, which makes sense with the stagnaticity, because when we get stuck in our nose or stuck, like things get up our nose, we get sort of a little bit stagnant around there. So anyway, so allow yourselves to take a step at a time. Remember, baby steps are the key to continuous movement, and also know the motivation is baby steps as well, and try not to get stagnant. And if you feel like you're falling into a stagnant state, maybe do a little bit of work, do breath work, or just dance like no one's watching. I hope that makes sense, everyone. And I've got the beautiful Katie from Cairns. Oh my God, up in the Queensland, up north. Hi, Katie, how are you? Uh, that's okay. So while we're just waiting for, I love this. This is sort of makes sense with being in movement and motion. We've got to think on our feet, and that's the other thing too is don't get caught up in your thoughts. Don't get caught up in your how can I put this? Thank you. I'll just finish this. And don't get caught up in the overthinking either, because that's all about air as well. So, Katie, how are you? It's Jordie.
Hi, Jordie. I'm good, thank you.
That's good. How is beautiful Cairns? You're going into wet season up there, so I bet you're sweltering up there at the moment.
Yeah, it is a nice town, actually. I just relocated here, so yeah, it's been nice.
Lovely. All right, well, enjoy the wet season. There's nothing like build up. I used to live in Darwin, so I know exactly what it's all about. So, Katie, would you like me to work psychically with what's going on around you, or mediumshiply, which is connecting with loved ones, honey?
Probably psychically will be good.
Yep, sure. So as I connect with you, my love, oh my God, you're like a little pocket rocket. And I love it how you don't take no for an answer. It's really interesting though, because I know you just said you moved up there, but I also want to say to you that you've done this on your own accord. It wasn't forced, or you weren't following something, like following someone. You actually did it on your own. Does that make sense? Because I feel like you're very independent.
Try to
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's just like I would go, there's an aspect with you, my love, that I feel that you just had enough. So wherever you were, and I want to say to you 100%, I want to say, and I feel like someone's going to just step in a little bit, but they're not really stepping forward. You're not running away. So please know that it's not a runaway of things. You're starting fresh because you want to clear out. It's like clear out the cobwebs and let go of the shell that you used to be in. Would that make sense to you?
Yeah, that does actually.
Thank you. And I also know that where you've gone, and I'm just going to say on the move for a second, but this was planned. It's so interesting because everyone thought it was on a whim, but you kept this to yourself. You kept this close to your heart. Does that make sense?
Yes, I did keep it.
Thank you. Yep, thank you. But I want to say the only reason why is because you didn't want to handle the issues with people going, oh, you shouldn't do it, you shouldn't do it. And for you, as soon as you hear that, you sort of back down because you're not a people pleaser, but you want to be there for other people. Does that make sense, Katie?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Thank you. Also, I feel it's really funny because I want to go since you've changed your direction, things are falling into place for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it is falling into place quickly, apart from delays on furniture and things like that.
But you've got a job already. You've got work. It's like those things to keep you afloat or keep you like on the right track have really fallen into place for you. And I just want to go, I'm getting a big smile and I'm very, very happy that things are starting to move forward for you because that's my feeling around this. I also want to say that, okay, thank you. I want to say don't take no for an answer. There'll be an opportunity, and I don't want to say it's not around work, but it's around something that someone has said, oh, no, you can't do that at this present moment. Just say, don't take no for an answer. I want you to push a little bit. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Thank you. And it's also thank you. And would you also understand that 1111 is starting to come up quite regularly for you?
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you, because I just looked at the time and it's 11. Yeah, thank you. Because 1111 means questions are being answered. So it's like your higher self or the universe is sort of stepping up and going, you know what, that question, make sure that it's you think about what the question was when you look at the time, because that's your answer.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? It'll give you a yes answer for you.
Yeah.
Now, also, I do want to say to you, Katie, as I'm breathing, I want to say you need to ground a little bit more. So make sure you dance like no one's watching. Make sure you really keep the movement. Also, allow yourself the emotional release as well. Would that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does make sense. Yes.
Thank you. And I also would keep going back to the books. I don't know if you're reading lately or there's something about going back to the books that I feel that is going to help you move forward. Interesting enough. Have you heard of Gabrielle Bernstein?
No, I haven't.
Okay. I probably said her name wrong, so don't shoot me. But she has the cards universe have got your back, and I can't find them at the moment. But she's really all about stepping forward and really changing the mindset of affirmations, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yep.
Cool. So, Katie, I've just got a couple of seconds, but I do want to wish you all the best. Have a
Thank you.
great time up there. Enjoy. And I do want to say to you, say no for the right reasons, because I feel like I'm not saying that you're a yes person, but I just want to say make sure you sit with the no's and make sure that they're on the right path for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, gorgeous. Enjoy. Have a lovely Thursday. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy your evening or morning or afternoon. Have a great day and a great week, and I'll see you all next week. Blessings and hugs. Bye for now.